Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to my fellow friend and Madam Fahala. So our group will present about inflation and unemployment in Oman's country. So for the introduction, background of the Oman country, gross domestic product GDP in constant prices rose from 37.7 billion Omani Riyal OMR at the end of 2022 to 38.2 billion OMR by the end of 2023. The population of Oman has been recorded to be 4.576 million since 2022. The sector that have been contributing with GDP in Oman are private consumption, real government consumption, nominal fixed investment, and government investment. The geographical area of Oman is 309 and 500 kilometers, and it is the land country. Oman are depend on oil and gas, which can generate between 68% and 85% of government revenue, depending on fluctuation in commodity prices. So for the definition of inflation and unemployment, for the inflation is the rate of increase in prices over a given period of time. Consumer price inflation in Oman averaged 0.9% in the 10-year to 2022. Below the Middle East and North Africa, regional average of 5.4%. The 2022 average figure was 2.8%. For the unemployment, the term unemployment refers to a situation where a person actively searches for employment but is unable to find work. The unemployment rate in Oman decreased to 1.5% since 2022. The unemployment rate refers to the share of the economically active population currently without work but in search of employment.
So this is the line chart of analysis data of inflation rate. The line chart portrays highest inflation rate in 2008 and 9 years of drastic reduction in the inflation rate. Inflation rate increased again in 2021. So this is the line chart of analysis data of unemployment rate. The line chart shows the highest unemployment rate in 2004 and 13 years of drastic reduction in the unemployment rate. Unemployment rate increased again in 2019. And I will talk about the explanation for highest rate, both inflation and unemployment. For the inflation rate, global economic crisis and oil prices, next rising demand from emerging markets and biofuel production, and other than that, construction boom that driven by economic diversification efforts. And lastly, Oman's monetary policy and its page exchange rate to the US dollar cause import more expensive. And for the unemployment rate, the population growth and young unemployment. Other than that, slow progress in economic diversification mean fewer employment opportunities outside the traditional oil sector. And next is the skill mismatch, cause employers struggle to find suitably qualified candidates. And last but not least, many private sector prefer hiring expatriates over locals. And I will talk about the comparison between inflation and unemployment rate. For the inflation rate in Oman show notable volatility with peaks in specific years such as 2008 years due to global economy conditions and fluctuation in oil prices. The average inflation rate over the period was relatively moderate, reflecting periods of both high and low inflation. For the unemployment rate exhibited less volatility compared to inflation rate, but had notable peaks particularly in 2004, driven by factors such as population growth and economic diversification challenges. The overall trend suggested a gradual decrease in unemployment rates towards the latter part of the period, reflecting improvements in economic diversification and labor market
I
policy.
will present to you the inflation of the in Oman. So therefore, to prevent the inflation in Oman, it is very important to manage subsidies gradually with the change of the subsidies. The essential goods won't be too expensive. Furthermore, the boost food level production. Because it is very interesting in the agriculture, help to reduce on the importance of goods and keeping the price very stable. Uh, in addition, it is also help to maintain the economy of the system. In conjunction, control money supply. Uh, the function of the control money supply, it helps maintain the price steady. Uh, Now I will present to you the unemployment in Oman. So for the solutions to unemployment in Oman, is very important to supporting the small business in Oman. It also helps to create more jobs for people who do not have one. So furthermore, encouraging new businesses will help people start their own businesses by giving support. With the supporting of the people, it can grow, the businesses can grow more steady. So in conjunction, improve education and training. It is making sure that the education programs teach skills that people need in their daily life.
In conclusion, Oman is confronted with numerous challenges, including inflation and unemployment. Nowadays, many young people find it difficult to secure employment that meets their need. However, the Omanization policy assists those who are employed in retaining their jobs. To address the issues of inflation and unemployment in Oman, it is essential to support small business, manage inflation effectively, and enhance training programs. These measures can generate jobs and strengthen Oman economy.